On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Vicar.
A member of the clergy in certain Christian churches, typically Anglican, who is responsible for the religious needs of parishioners in a particular district.
Examples:
Vicar church. Assistant vicar. The vicar's sermon was inspiring and comforting to the attendees.
Church.
A building or institution dedicated to religious worship or activities, a Christian religious organization or denomination.
Examples:
Church bell. Small church. The church on the corner is hosting a free community meal tonight.
Priest.
A person who performs religious duties and ceremonies, especially in the Christian faith.
Examples:
Priest in clerical garb. Faithful priest. He was ordained as a priest in the Catholic Church.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Grapple.
To make a strenuous effort to solve a problem, to engage in a close fight or conflict without weapons.
Examples:
Grapple with problem. Grapple with each other. He needed to grapple with structural reforms to improve the company's revenue.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
The quest for truth. On a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples:
Immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Organ.
A part of the body of an animal or plant that has a particular purpose and performs a specific job.
Examples:
Organ bleeding. Damage to internal organs. These infections have the potential to impact practically every organ system.
Celestial.
Relating to the sky or the heavens, of or like the sky or the heavens.
Examples:
Celestial bliss. Celestial navigation. The celestial bodies in the night sky were beautiful to behold.
Controller.
A person or device that manages or regulates the operation of a system, equipment, or machine, a high-level position within an organization responsible for overseeing management, operations, and reporting.
Examples:
Controller board. Financial controller. The gaming controller was the missing piece I needed to enjoy my video games fully.
Pray.
To make a request or petition to a higher power, especially in the form of a respectful or humble request.
Examples:
Pray devoutly. Pray for rain. She closed her eyes and prayed for strength to overcome difficult times.
Faithful.
Loyal, constant, and steadfast in affection or allegiance.
Examples:
Faithful friend. Totally faithful. He remained faithful to his wife throughout their marriage.
Worship.
To have or show a strong feeling of profound respect and admiration for a religious entity such as God or a god.
Examples:
Worship God. Absolutely worship. They traditionally worship their guru.
Frequent.
Happening constantly.
Examples:
Frequent absence. Frequent use. His heartaches are less frequent now.
Adjective.
A word that describes a noun or pronoun.
Examples:
Adjective clause. An attributive adjective. The adjective red describes the color of the apple.
Almighty.
Having supreme or ultimate power or authority, complete and total, omnipotent.
Examples:
Almighty power. Almighty dollar. The almighty ruler of the kingdom held ultimate power over his subjects.
Uncomfortable.
Providing or feeling physical discomfort or slight pain.
Examples:
An uncomfortable silence. With an uncomfortable face. His abusive words made me uncomfortable.
Perception.
A belief, opinion, or image you have based on how you regard, understand, or interpret something, the ability to see, hear, or notice something through the senses.
Examples:
Keen perception. Perception of a stimulus. He is a man admired for the depth of his perception.
Liturgy.
A form of public worship or religious service, especially in the Christian Church.
Examples:
Divine liturgy. Liturgy of a church. The liturgy for the Mass included hymns, prayers, and readings from the Bible.
Explore.
To travel to or penetrate an area or a country to learn about it, to thoroughly examine a subject or a possibility to learn more about it.
Examples:
Explore the world. Explore our options. The management must explore strategies to increase office security.
Feminine.
Relating to women, having the features or appearance often associated with women.
Examples:
Add a feminine touch. The sacred feminine. For a classically feminine style, the dress mixes sophisticated lines with an appealing floral design.
Nurture.
To take care of, feed, and protect someone or something while they are growing and developing.
Examples:
Nurture love. Nurture his talents. Schools should nurture children's mutual interest spirit.
Divinity.
The state or quality of being divine, the state of being a god or goddess, the study of religious beliefs and practices.
Examples:
An indwelling divinity. Divinity degree. The ancient civilization revered the divinity of the god.
Powerless.
Lacking power, strength, or authority, unable to act or effect change.
Examples:
Powerless position. Powerless in the organization. During the hurricane, we felt powerless against the winds and rain.
Unknowable.
Impossible to know or comprehend, beyond the limits of human understanding.
Examples:
Unknowable complexity. Unknowable future. The mysteries of the universe are often considered unknowable.
Definition.
A concise explanation of the meaning of a word, phrase, or symbol.
Examples:
A precise definition. The definition of a word. Parallel lines are, by definition, lines on the same plane that never cross.
Resonance.
A deep, full, or reverberating sound or tone, a quality or feeling of a particular emotional or mental vibration or significance, a mutual or sympathetic connection or correspondence between two things.
Examples:
Resonance frequency. Harmonic resonance. The singer's voice filled the auditorium with beautiful resonance.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Philosophy.
The study of general and fundamental questions, such as those about existence, reason, knowledge, values, mind.
Examples:
Philosophy of education. Western philosophy. Ethics is a branch of philosophy.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Liberal.
Willing to respect or allow many different types of beliefs or behavior, open-minded.
Examples:
A liberal arts college. Under liberal conditions. He is liberal in his thoughts.
Academic.
Associated with schools, colleges, and universities, especially studying and thinking, not with practical skills.
Examples:
Academic probation. An academic discussion. An excellent historian must possess an academic mentality.
Clergy.
The official leaders of the religious activities, especially of the Christian Church.
Examples:
Clergy abuse. Privilege of clergy. The secular clergy improved the atmosphere of the meeting.
Reluctant.
Unwilling or hesitant to do something because of doubts or fears.
Examples:
Slowly becoming more reluctant. Reluctant readers. He was reluctant to share his thoughts on the matter.
Tension.
A state of mental or emotional strain or excitement, the state of being stretched tight.
Examples:
Tension headache. A high-tension wire. The tension in the room was palpable as the team waited for their leader to speak.
Division.
The act or outcome of splitting into separate parts, a critical organizational unit or sector.
Examples:
Cellular division. Division chief. Which division of the company do you work in?
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Upset.
Causing or marked by anxiety, uneasiness, trouble, or grief. Verb, to make someone anxious, unhappy, or angry.
Examples:
Get upset. Have an upset stomach. He was awfully upset by the news.
Faith.
Complete trust in something or someone's ability or knowledge, a strong belief in religion, divine power, etc.
Examples:
Religious faith. Faith in government. He kept his robust faith in his company.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Disbeliever.
A person who does not believe in something, such as a religion or idea.
Examples:
Persuade a disbeliever. Stubborn disbeliever. Despite the evidence, she remained a disbeliever in the theory of evolution.
Underwater.
Below or under the surface of the water.
Examples:
Hold my breath underwater. Seals sleep underwater. He is good at swimming underwater.
Earthquake.
A sudden and violent shaking of the ground caused by the movement of rock beneath the Earth's surface.
Examples:
An earthquake zone. An earthquake-proof. The violent earthquake caused widespread damage and injuries throughout the region.
Trigger.
To make something happen suddenly, to cause something such as a device, machine, etc., to function.
Examples:
Trigger a biochemical response. Trigger inflation. The incident triggered a political controversy.
Tsunami.
A huge ocean wave caused by an earthquake, volcano, or other disturbance.
Examples:
Tsunami warning. Tsunami relief. The earthquake tsunami caused widespread destruction along the coast.
Standing.
Existing or remaining upright, having a vertical position, noun, social, financial, or professional status or reputation.
Examples:
Standing water. His social standing. The standing concert was packed with fans.
Congregation.
A group of people assembled, typically in a church or synagogue, for religious worship or other communal purposes, a gathering or collection of people or things in a specific location or context.
Examples:
Speak before a congregation. Religious congregation. The church's youth group organized a retreat for the whole congregation.
Intelligent.
Having the capacity for thought and reason, especially to a high degree.
Examples:
An intelligent person. Intelligent assisting system. Intelligent robots that can cooperate with humans have limited motor output for safety.
Thoughtful.
Characterized by careful and considerate thinking, showing consideration for the feelings and needs of others, reflecting deep or serious thought.
Examples:
Thoughtful consideration. Thoughtful gift. The company's CEO made a thoughtful decision to offer employees more flexibility in their work schedules.
Christ.
The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity.
Examples:
Teaching of Christ. Before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Behalf.
Represent, advantage, benefit the interest of someone.
Examples:
On behalf of our management. On his own behalf. I gave witness on her behalf.
Archbishop.
A high-ranking bishop equals a member of the clergy in the Christian church, typically in charge of an archdiocese and holding a position of authority over other bishops in the region.
Examples:
Archbishop's Palace. Interim Archbishop. The Archbishop's sermon was a powerful message of hope and encouragement.
Tragedy.
An event or situation causing great loss, misfortune, or destruction. A play or literature that deals with a severe and sad event and often ends with the death of the main character.
Examples:
A tragedy during work. The aftermath of this tragedy. Macbeth is a famous tragedy by Shakespeare.
Essence.
The basic or most important part or quality of something that makes it what it is.
Examples:
Vanilla essence. Universal essence. University teaches the art of understanding the essence of the matter.
Affected.
Influenced, feeling or showing emotion, especially exaggerated emotion, not natural or sincere.
Examples:
Affected way of walking. The affected part. Her affected accent made it difficult to take her seriously.
Devastation.
The act of causing great destruction or damage, often on a large scale.
Examples:
Financial devastation. Devastation to life. The economic recession caused devastation in the housing market, with many people losing their homes.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
Enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects.
Genius.
Someone who has exceptional intellectual ability and originality.
Examples:
A person of genius. A genius for music. Mozart was a musical genius.
Explanation.
The information or arguments that someone provides to make something understandable or clear.
Examples:
The explanation for the failure. Detailed explanation. The following explanation is currently being used to explain the phenomenon in question.
Confident.
Feeling sure about your abilities or qualities, or having trust in people, plans, or the future.
Examples:
Feel confident. A confident remark. I'm not confident in our victory.
Photograph.
A picture or image that is produced by a camera, a visual representation or record of a person, object, or scene that has been captured electronically or on film.
Examples:
Photograph album. Photograph memories. I found an old photograph of my grandparents from their wedding day.
Verbal.
Expressed in spoken rather than written words.
Examples:
Verbal communication. Verbal abuse. The candidate must have excellent verbal skills.
Appropriate.
Suitable or proper in the circumstances, fitting.
Examples:
Appropriate behavior. An appropriate time. It would be appropriate to dress nicely for the wedding.
Compassionate.
Feeling or showing sympathy and concern for the suffering or bad luck of others.
Examples:
A compassionate heart. Compassionate leave. My father has a serious and compassionate personality.
Silent.
Without any or little sound.
Examples:
Silent reading. Give silent consent. The politician remained silent despite intense media scrutiny.
Practical.
Of or connected with actual use or real situation rather than with theory and ideas.
Examples:
Practical English. Gain practical experience. Her concept is highly practical and helpful.
Preach.
To deliver a religious or moral message to an audience.
Examples:
Preach the gospel. Preach to the masses. The pastor preached about the importance of forgiveness.
Theology.
The study of the nature of God and religious belief.
Examples:
Theology student. A college of theology. The professor specialized in the theology of the early church.
Detached.
No longer connected or joined, showing lack of emotional involvement.
Examples:
A detached palace. Detached from reality. Their dream is to buy a detached house.
Bruise.
A mark caused by a blow, typically one that is purple or black on the skin.
Examples:
Livid bruise. Earlier emotional bruise. She had a bruise on her arm from where she fell on the playground.
Conclude.
To come to an end or close, to reach a judgment or opinion by reasoning.
Examples:
Conclude a meeting. Conclude that he is healthy. We concluded a ceasefire.
Anguish.
Severe physical or emotional pain or suffering, distress or mental agony.
Examples:
Anguish and pain. Emotional anguish. She suffered from a deep sense of anguish following the loss of her loved one.
Grief.
A very great sadness, especially when somebody dies.
Examples:
Have grief and sorrow. A lot of grief. Each person has a unique grief experience.
Eternal.
Being without beginning or end, lasting forever.
Examples:
The hope of eternal life. Eternal quarreling. In every civilization, rulers have tried everything possible to obtain eternal life.
Torment.
Unbearable physical pain or extreme mental distress. Verb, to cause severe physical or mental suffering to someone, or to be the victim of such suffering.
Examples:
Torment of jealousy. Economic torment. The torturers inflicted great torment upon the prisoners.
Exaltation.
A feeling or state of extreme happiness, joy, or elevation, a sense of heightened state, whether emotional, spiritual, or intellectual.
Examples:
Spiritual exaltation. Sheer exaltation. Her victory in the competition brought a sense of exaltation and pride.
Spirit.
The part of a person which is the seat of their mind, feelings, and character rather than their physical body, the general atmosphere of a place or situation, and the effect that it has on people.
Examples:
Spirit and the letter of the law. An indomitable spirit. Despite their tragic loss, the family is showing great spirit.
Weep.
To cry tears because of sadness, rage, or pain.
Examples:
Weep bitter tears. Weep for joy. I'm easily moved to tears, so I would weep in sympathy if I saw that movie.
Rejoice.
To feel or express great joy or happiness, to celebrate or express gratitude for a happy or positive situation or event.
Examples:
Rejoice over a victory. Rejoice at the moment. We should all rejoice in the good things life has to offer.
Moving.
Causing strong emotions or feelings, especially sadness or sympathy.
Examples:
Moving experience. Moving ceremony. His moving speech about his struggles with addiction brought tears to the audience's eyes.
Convincing.
Able to make someone believe that something is true.
Examples:
A convincing victory. Convincing biochemical explanation. I found her assertion pretty convincing.
Prevailing.
Most frequent, widespread, or currently dominant, usually referring to a particular opinion, attitude, or trend.
Examples:
Prevailing wind. Prevailing trend. The prevailing opinion was that the project would be a success.
Orthodoxy.
Adherence to a conventional or widely accepted set of beliefs or practices, especially in religion or politics, the accepted or established doctrine or teachings of a particular group or institution.
Examples:
Religious orthodoxy. Intellectual orthodoxy. The Church's orthodoxy on certain issues was deeply ingrained.
Unchanging.
Not changing or subject to change, constant.
Examples:
Unchanging laws. Rigidly unchanging. The unchanging nature of the mountain range was a source of constant wonder for the hikers.
Indifferent.
Having no strong feeling or preference, neutral.
Examples:
Indifferent attitude. An indifferent glance. The doctor remained indifferent to the patient's pleas for a second opinion.
Devastating.
Causing a great deal of destruction or damage.
Examples:
Have devastating effects. Treat this devastating disease. This typhoon was the most devastating in years.
Unfeeling.
Lacking in sympathy or compassion, not experiencing or showing emotions, indifferent or insensitive.
Examples:
Unfeeling remark. Unfeeling behavior. Her unfeeling response to the news shocked me.
Slaughter.
The killing of a large number of animals or people brutally and indiscriminately, a violent and bloody event that results in the death of many individuals.
Examples:
Slaughter of animals. Senseless slaughter. The slaughter of endangered animals must be stopped.
Trench.
A long, deep ditch made in the ground, usually parallel to a plate boundary and marking a subduction zone. A long ditch built in the ground for carrying away water.
Examples:
Deep sea trench. Trench excavator. A trench was being dug alongside the road by workers.
Deserve.
To be worthy of or entitled to something, especially something good or valuable.
Examples:
Deserve respect. Deserve this prize. The employee deserved the promotion for their hard work and dedication.
Allegiance.
Loyalty or faithfulness to a person, country, cause, or belief, a pledge or oath of loyalty.
Examples:
Loyal allegiance. Show allegiance. The soldiers pledged their allegiance to their country.
Bystander.
A person who witnesses an event or situation but does not actively participate or intervene.
Examples:
Innocent bystander. Shocked bystander. The bystander effect is a phenomenon where people are less likely to intervene in an emergency if others are present.
Observe.
To watch or notice something carefully, often to gather information or insights, to take note of something or someone, to celebrate or commemorate a special event or occasion.
Examples:
Observe a tradition. Observe wildlife. It is important to observe safety procedures in the workplace to prevent accidents.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Jewish.
Of or related to people whose traditional religion is Judaism.
Examples:
Jewish history. Jewish culture. My friend is a Jewish woman who celebrates Hanukkah every year.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Intimate.
Having a very close friendship, personal.
Examples:
My intimate affairs. Intimate relationship. He has an intimate knowledge of American history.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Strike.
To wallop somebody or something with the hand, fist, or weapon, to have an emotional or cognitive impact upon.
Examples:
Strike up a conversation. Strike a blow. We strike to achieve more wages and safer working conditions.
Inappropriate.
Not suitable or proper for a particular situation or occasion.
Examples:
Inappropriate behavior. Inappropriate content. His comments were wholly inappropriate on such a solemn occasion.
Dodge.
To move quickly and suddenly to avoid something, to evade or sidestep.
Examples:
Dodge a blow. Dodge a question. She had to dodge the oncoming traffic to cross the busy street safely.
Perambulate.
To walk or travel through a particular area or location, especially for leisurely or ceremonial purposes. To walk around or through a particular boundary or area to mark or establish it.
Examples:
perambulate the park. Slowly perambulate the countryside. The doctor advised the patient to perambulate daily to aid in their recovery.
Mum.
A British term for mom or mother, adjective, failing to speak or communicate when expected to do so.
Examples:
Mum's cooking. Keep mum. My mum always knew how to comfort me when I was feeling down.
Foolish.
Lacking good sense or judgment, displaying a lack of wisdom or intelligence.
Examples:
foolish behavior. Foolish decision. Forgetting to save his work was a foolish mistake that cost him hours of effort.
Sand.
Finely granulated particles of rock or mineral material, typically found along beaches, deserts, or riverbeds, used in construction, landscaping, and other applications requiring drainage or abrasive action.
Examples:
sand dunes. Sand castle. The sand on the beach was warm and golden.
Flood.
A large amount of water flowing beyond its normal limits, an overwhelming number or amount.
Examples:
flood advisory. A flood of questions. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Funeral.
A ceremony or ritual honoring and remembering a deceased person, typically involving the burial or cremation of the body, a gathering or service to mourn the loss of someone who has died.
Examples:
funeral arrangements. Funeral service. The somber funeral procession went through the streets, with mourners walking behind the hearse.
Hymn.
A song of praise or worship, especially one in a religious service or ceremony.
Examples:
a sacred hymn. Hymn tune. The congregation sang the hymn during the service.
Plow.
A farming implement used for breaking up and turning over the soil, especially before planting. Verb, to turn over and break up the soil in preparation for planting crops.
Examples:
plow equipment. Deeply plow the soil. The farmer tied the yoke oxen to the plow.
Scatter.
To cause to separate and go in different directions.
Examples:
scatter seeds. Scatter around the internet. The hunter's approach scattered the geese.
Verse.
A type of poetry that is characterized by a metrical structure and often a rhyme scheme.
Examples:
Cited verse. Verse play. The poet recited a verse from her latest collection.
Doe.
A mature female of mammals of which the male is called a buck, such as a deer or a rabbit.
Examples:
Doe rabbit. Buck and doe. Hunters use a whistle that makes the doe sound to lure stags.
Difficulty.
A condition or state that causes problems.
Examples:
The degree of difficulty. Difficulty in breathing. He has difficulty exercising because of a back injury sustained in an accident.
Overcome.
To succeed in controlling or dealing with something, such as a problem or difficulty, to defeat or overwhelm someone.
Examples:
Overcome opponents. Overcome all difficulties. He tried to overcome a bad reputation and win the election.
Avert.
To prevent something dangerous or undesirable from happening.
Examples:
Avert disaster. Avert a strike. The dam systematically releases large amounts of water to avert flooding during the rainy season.
Crucial.
Extremely vital or necessary.
Examples:
Crucial information. A crucial issue for women. The revitalization of technology companies is crucial to the country's growth.
Shining.
Giving off or reflecting light, bright, glistening, or gleaming, characterized by impressive accomplishments or excellence.
Examples:
Shining star. Shining example. The shining sun reflected off the calm ocean water.
Enthusiasm.
A strong feeling of excitement and interest in a particular subject or cause and an eagerness to become involved in it.
Examples:
Unflagging enthusiasm. Lose enthusiasm. We are tackling the development for updates with enthusiasm.
Confirmation.
A statement, often written, that shows that something is true, correct, or definite.
Examples:
Confirmation of purchase. Confirmation bias. The confirmation of his appointment as CEO was met with mixed reactions.
Intervene.
To intentionally get involved in a situation to improve it or prevent it from getting worse.
Examples:
Intervene in a dispute. Intervene between quarreling parties. Following international law, our country does not intervene in the internal affairs of our neighbors.
Acknowledge.
To accept or admit the existence, reality, or truth of something, to accept that someone or something has a particular authority or quality, to express obligation, thanks, or gratitude for someone's help, commitment, etc.
Examples:
Acknowledge the deed. Acknowledge his help. He never acknowledged his fault.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
Aft cabin. Aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Survival.
The state of continuing to exist or live, frequently in the face of difficulty or danger.
Examples:
Survival ability. Survival food. He evaluated his chances for survival rather pessimistically.
Emerge.
To move out of or away from something and become visible.
Examples:
Emerge as a butterfly. Emerge from poverty. During colonial eras, new migratory patterns emerged.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Surf.
To ride on or through waves while standing or lying down on a board or other object. To search or browse the internet or other computer networks in a casual or aimless manner.
Examples:
Surf the internet. Surf the waves. I'll surf the online store to see if I can find that item in a different color.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone. To identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Shore.
The land along the edge of a sea, lake, broad river, or other large body of water. Verb, to support by placing against something solid or rigid.
Examples:
A sandy shore. Shore up demand. The waves are beating against the shore.
Sermon.
A speech or lecture given by a religious leader, especially a minister or priest, as part of a worship service.
Examples:
Lengthy sermon. A lay sermon. The preacher delivered a powerful sermon on the importance of forgiveness.
Partiality.
A biased or prejudiced inclination or preference towards someone or something. The state of showing favoritism or unfairness.
Examples:
political partiality, racial partiality. The coach's partiality towards star players created discord among the team.
Loyalty.
The quality of being devoted or faithful to someone or something.
Examples:
loyalty program. Earn his loyalty. He has always shown great loyalty to his friends and family.
Medieval.
Relating to or belonging to the Middle Age, that is for the period of A.D. 600 to AD 1450.
Examples:
medieval times. Medieval history. Only the medieval tower remained standing.
Tyrant.
A ruler who uses their power cruelly and oppressively, a cruel and oppressive person.
Examples:
a domestic tyrant. Tyrant regime. The tyrant's rule was marked by oppression and fear.
Perish.
To die or cease to exist, to suffer complete ruin or destruction, to decay or deteriorate.
Examples:
perish in a fire. Perish from hunger. The orchids perished without enough sunlight or water.
Cosmic.
Relating to the universe or cosmos, vast or limitless.
Examples:
second cosmic velocity. Cosmic background radiation. Cosmic rays are high-energy particles that originate from outside the solar system.
Guilty.
Feeling responsible for or having done something wrong or criminal.
Examples:
feel a bit guilty. Guilty verdict. After much contemplation, the suspect decided to plead guilty to the theft charge.
Favoritism.
The act of giving one person or group unfair support by someone in authority.
Examples:
national favoritism. Act of favoritism. Their company survives due to political favoritism.
Appalling.
Causing horror or shock, deeply disturbing or offensive, extremely bad or unpleasant.
Examples:
appalling crimes. Appalling behavior. The condition of that old house was appalling.
Membership.
The state of belonging to a group, a club, an organization, etc.
Examples:
a membership fee. Membership in a stock exchange. My application for membership in the association was accepted.
Moral.
Concerned with the principles of what is right and wrong, fairness, honesty, etc.
Examples:
Moral hazard, moral burden. Ethics deals with moral conduct.
Inferior.
Lower in rank, status, or quality.
Examples:
An inferior poet. Inferior quality. The new employee's work was inferior to that of the experienced workers in the team.
ID.
A part of the psyche that represents the unconscious desires and instincts of an individual. In psychoanalytic theory, it is believed to be the most basic and primal part of the human psyche. Also ID, short for identification, a document or card that proves a person's identity, such as a driver's license, passport, or national ID card.
Examples:
The ID ego. ID card. I forgot my ID at home and needed it to enter the club.
Humanity.
All people living on the earth, the quality or state of being human rather than an animal, a machine, etc.
Examples:
Humanity at large. Mass of humanity. They donated large sums of money for the development of humanity.
Puppet.
A doll or figure that is manipulated by strings, wires, or hands to represent a person or animal, a person who is controlled or manipulated by someone else.
Examples:
Puppet theater. Corporate puppet. The politician was merely a puppet for the wealthy elite.
Tribal.
Relating to a social group or tribe, especially a preliterate society.
Examples:
Tribal culture. Tribal community. The tribal leaders gathered for a summit to discuss important issues.
Protector.
A person or thing that provides protection, support, or defense, a guardian or defender.
Examples:
Environmental protector. Wildlife protector. The bodyguard acted as a protector for the celebrity.
Permit.
To allow for something to happen or be done, noun, the act of giving a formal, usually written, authorization.
Examples:
Permit application. Work permit. The teacher will not permit any students to leave the classroom early.
Heroism.
Great courage or bravery, especially in the face of danger or adversity, the act of sacrificing oneself for a noble cause.
Examples:
Acts of heroism. Military heroism. The firefighter showed true heroism when he rescued the family from the burning building.
Compassion.
A strong feeling of sympathy and sadness for another's suffering or bad luck.
Examples:
Feel compassion for the poor. Have compassion toward the accident. His infinite love and compassion for everyone never weary.
Charity.
An organization that helps people in need, especially by providing food, shelter, or money, a kindly and sympathetic attitude toward people.
Examples:
charity work. Ask charity. She volunteers at a local charity every weekend to help those in need.
Horrible.
Extremely unpleasant or bad, causing fear or disgust.
Examples:
horrible accident. Horrible smell. The experience was horrible and left a lasting impression.
Variation.
The act or state of changing, a difference or change in the way something is done, made, or said.
Examples:
variation of temperature. Gene variation. There is a lot of variation in the colors of flowers in the garden.
Supreme.
Highest in rank, level, or importance.
Examples:
the Supreme Commander. Justice of the Supreme Court. The supreme pleasure of life is the conviction that we are loved. Commander. A person who holds authority or control over a group or organization, particularly in a military, naval, or aerospace context, an official in charge of a particular aspect of operations, such as a commander of a ship or a commander of the Air Force. Examples: Commander-in-Chief. Police commander. The military commander led their troops into battle with precision and strategic planning. Toy. A thing, typically a small model or replica of something that is played with, especially by children. Examples: toy store. Toy box. He gave his daughter a new toy for her birthday. Expendable. Able to be consumed, used up, or sacrificed without consequence, dispensable or disposable, unnecessary or redundant. Examples: expendable income. Expendable assets. In war, those in power often view soldiers as expendable resources. Novel. An extended fictional work in prose, usually in the form of a story. Adjective, original and of a kind not seen before. Examples: historical novel. Novel effect. The novel has largely gotten positive feedback. Naive. Showing unaffected simplicity and lack of experience, wisdom, or judgment. Examples: naive belief. Naive mistake. The con artist's lies quickly took in the naive young man. Devout. Deeply committed to a specific religious faith or practice, often showing great reverence or piety.
Examples:
Devout Buddhist. Act in a devout manner. The devout monk spent hours each day in prayer and contemplation.
Beforehand.
Ahead of time, in advance.
Examples:
Take a seat beforehand. 3 months beforehand. She packed her sunscreen beforehand to remember it on the beach trip.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
Afford to buy a new car. Afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Admission.
The act of allowing someone to enter or become a member of a group, organization, institution, or place. The act of acknowledging or confessing something, often a truth or a wrongdoing.
Examples:
Admission fee. Gain admission. She received her college admission letter in the mail today.
Mere.
Used to emphasize how insignificant or minor someone or something is.
Examples:
Mere acquaintance. Mere incident. He lost the election by mere votes.
Universe.
Everything that exists, especially all physical matter, including planets, stars, galaxies, and all other forms of matter and energy.
Examples:
Theory of the universe. Expansion of the universe. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old.
Relinquish.
To give up power, control, or possession.
Examples:
Relinquish control. Relinquish all hope. She decided to relinquish her role as the leader of the group.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Evolution.
A gradual process of transformation of living things.
Examples:
Human evolution. Evolution theory. They study the evolution of the universe.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Spectator.
Someone present at an event, such as a sports game, play, or concert, to watch or observe it.
Examples:
mass spectator sport, spectator seat. She enjoyed watching the game as a spectator.
Infinite.
Unlimited or very great, impossible to measure.
Examples:
infinite appetite, infinite in supply. The battle had an infinite impact on the nation.
Abandon.
To leave a place, thing, or person with no intention of returning. Noun, a feeling of extreme emotional intensity.
Examples:
abandon a friend, abandon the practice. The castle was abandoned several years later.
Agent.
A person who represents and negotiates on behalf of someone else, such as a literary agent or talent agent, of chemistry and medicine, a substance that brings about a chemical or physical effect, of computer science, a piece of software that performs a task autonomously.
Examples:
agent system, antidiarrheal agent. The FBI agent went undercover to infiltrate the criminal organization.
Conceive.
To have or develop an idea, a plan, etc. in mind, to become pregnant.
Examples:
conceive of an idea, conceive a child. I can't conceive he'd want to harm us.
Superhuman.
Possessing abilities or characteristics that exceed those of normal humans, beyond human capacity or capability.
Examples:
superhuman beings, superhuman effort. The athlete's superhuman strength allowed him to lift twice his body weight.
Drown.
To die or cause to die by being unable to breathe underwater.
Examples:
drown in a bath. I was drowned in work. Floods have the potential to drown any subsurface animals easily.
Mighty.
Very large, powerful, or strong.
Examples:
mighty works. Struck a mighty blow. Only the mighty God has the power to brighten this dark land.
Dwelling.
A house or place that someone is living in.
Examples:
blood-dwelling parasitic animal. The dwelling place of demons. They found a new species of water-dwelling insect.
Presence.
The fact or state that someone or something exists, occurs, or is present.
Examples:
the evidence of the presence. His majestic presence. The path to a solid online presence necessitates a high technical ability.
Underpin.
To support or strengthen the foundations of something.
Examples:
underpin a structure. Underpin democratization. The research findings underpin the theory that human activities cause global warming.
Sustain.
To supply enough of what somebody or something needs in order to survive or exist, to accept as valid.
Examples:
sustain a good relationship with him. Sustain a wellness lifestyle. She struggled to sustain the children's reading habits.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Cycle.
An interval during which a recurring sequence of events occurs, a bicycle or motorcycle.
Examples:
the cycle of the seasons. Go to the workplace by cycle. The food chain causes a material cycle.
Destruction.
The act of causing so much damage to something.
Examples:
path of destruction. Cyclonic destruction. The extinction of several subspecies has been linked to climate change and habitat destruction.
Continuously.
Without being interrupted or paused, repeatedly.
Examples:
use one thing continuously. Continuously removed. The country's domestic coal consumption has been continuously declining for decades.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. Extremely large.
Examples:
incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Intricacy.
The quality of being complex, detailed, or highly involved. The existence of many interrelated parts or elements.
Examples:
the intricacy of the design. Legal intricacy. The clockwork mechanism of the antique watch showed incredible intricacy.
Magnificence.
The quality or state of being extremely good, beautiful, or deserving to be admired.
Examples:
incomparable magnificence. The magnificence of classical music. The magnificence of the palace was breathtaking.
Collective.
Done or shared by every member of a group of people.
Examples:
right to collective bargaining. Collective ownership. Product development is a collective effort.
Unconscious.
In the state of lacking awareness and the capacity for sensory perception, especially as the result of a head injury or illness.
Examples:
Unconscious bias. A person who is unconscious. I know his unconscious habit that he touches his face when he lies.
Victim:
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Depth:
The distance between the top and bottom of something, between the top surface and a distance below it.
Examples:
Depth camera. The depth of the water. The pond's depth was around 5 feet.
Absence:
The fact or condition of being away from a place where they are typically anticipated to be.
Examples:
Absence from work. A leave of absence. Another critical factor of child poverty is the father's absence.
Simplicity:
The quality or condition of being natural and plain or easy to understand or do.
Examples:
A life of simplicity. Refined simplicity. He liked the car because of the simplicity of the design.
Develop:
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Interior:
The inside or inner part of something, the space within the walls of a building.
Examples:
Interior decoration. Plenty of interior space. The painter focused on the moody interiors of abandoned buildings in his work.
Beg:
To ask for something urgently or earnestly, to appeal to someone to do something.
Examples:
Beg the question. Beg for help. She begged her parents to let her go to the concert.
Independence:
Freedom from another's or others' control or influence.
Examples:
Financial independence. Independence ceremony. There is nothing more valuable than independence and freedom.
Existence:
The state or fact of someone or something existing.
Examples:
The biggest tree in existence. The struggle for existence. He was an atheist and therefore did not believe in the existence of heaven or hell.
Extent:
The point or degree or area to which something extends.
Examples:
Certain extent. The extent of the damage. I was amazed at the extent of her generosity.
Ascribe.
To attribute something to a particular cause or source.
Examples:
Ascribe everything to nature. Ascribe my failure to bad luck. The project's success was ascribed to the team's hard work.
Personality.
A person's distinct combination of character, behavioral, temperamental, emotional, and mental traits that define them as an individual and set them apart from others.
Examples:
Personality trait. Personality test. She had a vibrant personality that made everyone feel at ease.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Benevolence.
The quality or any act of kindness or well-doing.
Examples:
Display benevolence. Render benevolence to people. They have both virtue and benevolence.
Doctrine.
A belief or set of ideas held and taught by a church, political party, or other groups.
Examples:
Religious doctrine. Doctrine of nonviolence. The church doctrine teaches that all are equal in the eyes of God.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Ironic.
A situation or event that is opposite of what is expected. The use of words to mean the opposite of their literal or original meaning.
Examples:
Ironic twist. Ironic consequence. It's ironic that the rain started just as they finished building the new picnic shelter.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Rigid.
Extremely strict and difficult to change or adapt, incapable of or resistant to bending.
Examples:
Rigid rules. Rigid structure. He was unpopular because of his rigid adherence to the rules.
Cult.
A small religious group, especially one that is not part of a larger religion and that is regarded as outside the norm, followers of an exclusive system of beliefs and practices.
Examples:
Cult members. Cult's practices. The cult leader promised his followers that they would achieve enlightenment if they followed his teachings.
Inward.
Directed or facing towards the inside, inside or inward looking.
Examples:
Inward peace. Inward cargo. The inward motion of the tide was gradually slowing down.
Meditation.
The act of focusing one's mind on a particular object or thought, activity to train attention and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state.
Examples:
Meditation training. Religious meditation. The meditation instructor guided the group through the relaxation and breathing exercises.
Remains.
The leftover parts or pieces of something that have been destroyed, removed, or consumed, the physical or biological remains of a deceased person, plant, animal.
Examples:
Remains of a building. Human remains. The remains of the ancient civilization can still be seen in the city's ruins.
Gentle.
Having or showing a kindly or tender nature, soft and mild.
Examples:
In a gentle voice. Gentle downward slope. Her gentle manner relaxed everyone there.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Emotion.
A strong feeling such as love, anger, etc., deriving from one's situation, mood, or relationships with others.
Examples:
Control my emotion. Afraid to show emotion. Some emotions are common across cultures and backgrounds.
Preoccupation.
The state or condition of thinking about something continuously or obsessively.
Examples:
Preoccupation with work. Military preoccupation. She has an obsessive preoccupation with weight and shape.
Awareness.
The fact or state of knowing something exists and is important.
Examples:
Awareness of my ignorance. Raise public awareness. There has been a gradual but steady rise in environmental awareness.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Encounter.
To face something, particularly something unpleasant or difficult, while attempting to do something else, to meet, especially unexpectedly.
Examples.
Encounter a crisis. Encounter a storm. I'm prepared to encounter challenges throughout this adventure.
Greet.
To say hello to someone, to express welcome on meeting someone.
Examples.
Greet a customer. Greet an idea. He greeted his friends with a warm smile and a hug.
Accompany.
To go somewhere or travel with someone or something.
Examples.
Accompany a chicken dish. Accompany the book. Please let me know if you want to accompany me to my hometown.
Bow.
To bend your knee or body, or lower your head. Noun, a weapon made of a curved piece of wood or other flexible material, strung with a cord and used to shoot arrows.
Examples.
Bow and greet. A bow wave. She bowed to the audience after her performance.
Roughly.
Approximately, but not precisely, with a violent manner.
Examples.
Roughly explain my idea. Roughly speaking. 5 miles is roughly similar to 8 kilometers.
Translate.
To convert or change words into another language.
Examples.
Translate a document into English. Translate the emotion to a movement. Translate the text from Italian into English.
Poetry.
Poems in general as a genre of literature.
Examples.
Modern poetry. Book of poetry. Different cultures have different comfortable word rhythms, so the composition of poetry varies greatly.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples.
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Indwell.
To inhabit or reside within something or someone, often used in a spiritual or metaphorical sense, to be present permanently or continuously.
Examples.
Indwell in a house. Indwell all living beings. Meditation can help one connect with the peace that indwells the deepest parts of our being.
Extraordinary.
Exceptional, unexpected, very unusual, surpassing the ordinary or usual.
Examples.
Extraordinary ability. Extraordinary weather. He narrated the extraordinary story of his adventure.
Profound.
Extremely great, sensed or experienced very strongly, displaying a high level of knowledge or comprehension.
Examples:
A profound book. The profound depths of the sea. My mother's illness had a profound impact on us all.
Attentive.
Paying close attention to something or someone, showing interest or careful consideration, being mindful or observant.
Examples:
Attentive care. Attentive customer service. The attentive student took diligent notes during the lecture.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Contemplate.
To think about a possible future action or to think about something for a long time thoughtfully.
Examples:
Contemplate a marriage. Contemplated leaving school. I recently contemplated dropping out of school and getting a full-time job.
Attitude.
The way you think and feel about someone or something.
Examples:
Attitude toward mistakes. Attitude control. She had the attitude that work was fun.
Generosity.
The fact or quality of being willing to do kind things or give somebody money, gifts, or time freely.
Examples:
Act of generosity. Boundless generosity. He is remembered for his generosity and civilization.
Neat.
Clean or tidy, with everything in its place.
Examples:
A neat piece of work. Neat idea. She has neat habits.
Packaging.
The process, materials, or container used to wrap or contain a product for distribution, storage, or sale. The design or appearance of a product's packaging.
Examples:
Packaging materials. Biodegradable packaging. The packaging for the fragile items was made of sturdy materials and could withstand rough handling during shipping.
Bible.
The sacred writings of the Christian religions, consisting of the Old and New Testaments, a book regarded as authoritative in its field.
Examples:
A passage from the Bible. Believe Bible prophecy. Students have loved this textbook for many years as a biology Bible.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Doubt.
A feeling of being uncertain about something, especially about how good or accurate it is.
Examples.
Dispel doubts. No doubt about the news. Doubt is the start, not the end, of intelligence.
Uncertain.
Not being sure of something, not being able to choose.
Examples.
Numerous uncertain factors. Take an uncertain attitude. She was uncertain about her friend's intentions.
Uncharted.
Not mapped or surveyed, unknown or unexplored, without a clear or definite course of action.
Examples.
Uncharted wilderness. Uncharted waters. The explorer ventured into uncharted territory, not knowing what to expect.
Profoundly.
To a great or complete degree, deeply.
Examples.
Profoundly insightful. Sleep profoundly. The novel affected her profoundly, causing her to question her beliefs and values.